Yes, guys, we are back after my little break. How's everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me this evening. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well rested, nice little break with the family, and yeah, ready to go again, guys. Ready to go again. Lots of content coming up on the channel. So is everyone? I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is doing well. Did I miss anything? What did I miss this week? What did I miss this week? Was there anything missed? Let me know. Yeah, obviously the Liverpool Real Madrid game I could not cover, obviously, because I was on my holidays, so I didn't cover the Liverpool Real Madrid game. Maybe quite luckily so as well, because I don't know if I'd have had a voice left after that game with my reaction to it. I'm going to get into a lot of that tomorrow afternoon, guys, when we talk about Liverpool as a whole tomorrow afternoon. So make sure you join me at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, guys, because look, there's no 12:30 kickoff tomorrow night. There's no 12:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon in the Premier League. So why not come and join me at 12 p.m. UK time tomorrow, where we're going to chop it up about everything that's happening with Liverpool like that. I've got a lot to talk about Jurgen Klopp about the owners, about the players, that Real Madrid game. I've got a lot to talk about tomorrow. Today's about transfers. We might get a little bit into other things as well, but not about transfers today. But yeah, I am quite glad I weren't around the Liverpool Madrid contrast. Look, it was crap. I'll let you know where I was. So me and my old man, me and my dad, we were watching that game in the bar on our holiday. We're watching that game in the bar. Our family are off doing like watching a show and stuff like that. We're sitting there watching the game. I'll give you my thoughts right now, right? Quick little thoughts, and I'll get more into it tomorrow afternoon. But my little thoughts about the Real Madrid game. Sitting there with my dad, got a few beers in, watching the game, enjoying it. Right, enjoying like the bit before kickoff. We're there for about an hour before kickoff, just getting into the vibe of it all and all that. Me and my dad just sitting there speaking and just basically saying like, I don't expect us to do like go through or anything. That's balmy. But put up a performance. I want to see a performance. I want to see 3 point. I just want to see a couple of goals. Just a couple of goals. Make a fight of it. Make us proud. Look decent. Yeah, we got beaten by Real Madrid, but they're Real Madrid at the end of the day. They're probably the best team in world football. It's not the end of the world losing to Real Madrid, but there's a way of losing that disgusted me. I will say there is. We didn't play, and that the thing with the Madrid game that really annoyed me the most, guys, is that we didn't play. We turned up at Madrid. I didn't expect us to get 3 goals and go to extra time and get a fourth or win on penalties or anything dramatic like that. I didn't expect it. No Liverpool fan should have expected it. But I expected to play with a bit of pride. And no pride. Zero pride. We played for a draw. It looked like we played for a draw. They didn't even try. There was no effort. No one ran. James Milner was our best outfield player. I think that tells you everything. Our goalkeeper, Alisson Becker, I think proved that he's the best goalkeeper in world football, and he's the only reason we are where we. Without Alisson Becker, would be nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tosh. Apart from him and James Milner, right? This will get into when we talk about the transfer ins and the transfer outs and my opinions on everything that's going to happen this summer. James Milner, at 37 years of age, outperformed every other outfield Liverpool player against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Everyone else should be disgusted with themselves. James Milner is a realist. He's sitting there knowing, we're not going to win 3-0 or 4-0. It's Real Madrid at home. No chance of that happening. But let's just go there with a bit of performance. Let's play a little bit. Let's just give a bit of pride back to the fans. Let's just show everyone watching back home. You know what? There is still something about us till the end of this season. You know, we're going to give it a go. You know, we don't expect to go through, but you know, we're going to put up a fight. We're going to put up a fight. No, we laid back, man. We just laid back and let Real Madrid do whatever they wanted. Look, technically, Real Madrid are a superior team. Far superior to us as a team, man. Far superior technically, Real Madrid to Liverpool. No. But you know the thing that annoyed me, guys? The thing that annoyed me watching that second leg, yeah, is that the reason I'm a bit like, just give it a go, find a bit of pride, yeah, show a bit of effort, is that Real Madrid defensively were terrible. This is the thing that annoys me the most. Yeah, we're defensively terrible. We all know that in a way. But Real Madrid defensively aren't that great. I mean, we got at them. We got at Real Madrid like 2 or 3 times in that game, right? And we weren't even trying. We were making no effort. And we got at them 2 or 3 times. Defensively, Real Madrid are terrible. That's what annoys me even more. Yeah, offensively, Vinicius Jr. is probably the best winger in world football. You know, you got Benzema's probably one of the best number 9 still even in his age. And you got Valverde, who's just a tremendous talent. You know, so offensively, yeah, they're going to rip you apart. But defensively, Real Madrid ain't great. I mean, they're not great defensively. They're really not. Militao is not a very good defender. That Nacho is not a very good fullback. We created like 2 or 3 decent opportunities without really playing. If you think of it like that, that's what annoys me the most. The Real Madrid. That's what annoys me the most. Is that we didn't put any effort in. We didn't try. We didn't show any passion. But you know, we had 2 or 3 decent opportunities against Real Madrid in that game. You know, where Real Madrid defensively I don't think are that great. I don't think they're top tier defensively. Offensively, low, and in their midfield, they're going to rip anyone apart. Anyone apart. But defensively, I don't think they're great. I don't think they're that great. And that's what annoyed me the most. I didn't see no passion for that Liverpool team. It's like it was a pre-season friendly. Real Madrid used it as a friendly. Real Madrid used it as a fitness regime. You know, Real Madrid didn't put in any effort and it was easy. Let's put it that way. They put in 0 effort, Real Madrid, and it was easy for them. That's a scary thought, guys. That's a scary thought. The mentality of these players, man, down the drain. The mentality of these players are absolutely down the drain, guys. You know, yeah, the game was over at Anfield. Let's not even worry about that. And I've had my talk about that before. But look, tomorrow I'll go more in depth in the Madrid game. I want to go look back at it. I know it's a few days ago now, but because I haven't been around, and this is my first video back since Sunday, so I haven't been able to cover anything. So I haven't covered the Real Madrid game. Let you know, guys, know my thoughts on it. You know, I'll talk about it more tomorrow. But yeah, because I'm going to go off tomorrow, guys. So make sure you tune in at 12 o'clock, guys. Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel now, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Because tomorrow's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Make sure you tune in because I'm going to go in. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. There's too many. Look, for me, there's too many. There's too many people on YouTube, on Twitter, on whatever it is. Yeah, any social media that are Liverpool fans. For me, haven't got the guts to say what they really think. You know, haven't got the guts to say what they really think, and I think it needs to be said. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff, so you know you're in tune with me. Yeah, and yeah, Saturday afternoon, man. It's going to be a massive show. On for this show. So this is about ins and outs. This is about the transfer summer Liverpool desperately need to have. This is about what we should do with our club come the summer, because don't forget, guys, this summer is huge. This is probably the biggest. I don't know if you guys agree in the chat, but this is probably the biggest summer we are going to have in the Jurgen Klopp era. I don't think we've had a bigger summer than this one coming up in the Jurgen Klopp era. There's a lot to sort out. A lot. A lot of players have got to leave this football club. A lot of players have got to come in. And it's just not the players. It's not just the players, guys. It's behind the scenes as well. We haven't got a sporting director yet. Julian Ward is leaving, guys. We haven't got one signed up yet. There's not one looking at be signed up. I know I've heard rumours of the guy by Leverkusen. I can't remember his name right now. The guy, is it at Benfica, at Sporting Lisbon? Obviously, is it Paul Mitchell at Ajax turned us down? Is it Ajax? Paul Mitchell at Monaco turned us down. You got this the scouting team at Ajax we're looking at. We've got all these we're looking at. We're Look FC, man. We're Look FC, but don't touch. You know what I mean? Look, but don't touch. Yeah, that's Liverpool. We ain't got a sporting director. We need a sporting director before we do anything. Anything. We need a sport. How can we go into the summer transfer market buying players without a sporting director? We need that director of football put in place, part of the transfer committee. Ian Graham is leaving his job as a data analyzer, so he's going. Who's replacing him? Yeah, who's replacing him? I'll be replacing within, probably. I expect we're replacing within. But it's just, there's so much that needs to happen, guys, behind the scenes. We've got no doctors as far as I'm aware. We're getting injuries left, right and centre. Stefan Bajcetic is injured for the whole season. Got 11, 12 games to go. We've got no Stefan Bajcetic, who's been our best midfielder the last 6 weeks. He's out from a adductor muscle injury. How? How is that possible? What did he do? What? How is this possible? Yeah, you know what I mean, Jamrock. I mean, like, coming up in the summer, you know, we need to replace him there, don't we? We need a bloke in now. But it's just, I don't get how we lose players all the time for injury. I don't get how we lose players with injury so much. It's a young 18-year-old kid. It'd probably be an 18. He's an 18-year-old kid. How has he got a muscle injury? He's not exactly played a full season of football. How's he got a muscle injury? How's he out now for the rest of the season? Why is there no answers? Why do we just get? Why do we just get press conferences? We go, yeah, Stefan's out injured, abductor muscle, doesn't look good. That's all we get. That's all we get as a fan base, and we're like, so we all look at each other and go, like, how? How's this possible? What happened? What happened? Is there any more information? Is there any more information? You know, give me something. Give me something. You know, what happened? How? That's all we ever get. That's all we ever get. Yeah, Stefan's got an abductor muscle injury. It doesn't look good. I'm not sure. Okay, thanks. Anything else to get? No. And then you get a tweet from a James Pearce or a David Lynch or anyone like that a few hours later, go, yeah, he's out for that. Why do we get more information about our players that are injured off Twitter than we do off our own club? Please, someone tell me, because I don't get it. I get my injury information off your likes of your James Pearces and your Lynches and your Paul Joyces, yeah? Right? They tell us, oh, yeah, out for the whole season. But 2 hours ago, I'm listening to my manager saying, we're not quite sure. But then 2 hours later, Paul Joyce is putting out a tweet saying, yeah, he's out for the rest of the season. How is it? What is going on? What is literally going on? It's absolutely mad. It's absolutely mad. I think, look, going back to what I said about a team doctor, I think we do have a team doctor. I think he got employed within. I think he's someone, I can't remember his name right now, but I think he's someone that was Jurgen Klopp really liked and brought him in and part of his team. But he was always club doctor, apparently, but he never got given the title. Apparently, he's been running as club doctor for the whole season, but never got the title. And then someone, they just gave him the title, club doctor. But it's just mad. It's just mad. It's just mad. Your mic sounds as sorted as it turned up on your computer. Let me have a look, my man. Let me have a look. Sounds all right to me, Ravi. Seems all right to me, my friend. Let me know, guys, if it sounds okay. I'll turn it down on my mic a bit. Hang on. Let me turn my mic volume down a little bit. It might be a bit better. But I've just listened to it back and it sounds all right. I might have been too close to my mic. That might be all it was. How's that, Ravi? Does it sound a little bit better now? But yeah, yeah, the injuries are mad. We've got so much to do, guys. The summer's massive. Oh, it's just. Oh, sounds good. Cool. I think I was too close to the mic. That was all it was. But we've got so much to do. We've got so much to do, guys. We've got so much to do. Yeah, all good. Yeah, sounds good. Just might be that. Yeah, I've got a loud voice, guys. That's all it is. Wife tells me I shout all the time when I'm barely shouting. I don't got a loud voice. What can I say? Microphone don't help that. Look, I've broken 2 microphones with my voice, guys, doing commentary on the watch-alongs. Yeah, so I've just got a loud voice. Big up Jamrock. Yeah, Jonathan Power. Yes, the one. He's the club doctor. Hired from outside. There you go. Yeah, I think he was one of Jurgen really liked him or something like that. I think he done so. He came in. I read an article a while ago, and this is Anfield website about something about the club doctor where they came in. Klopp was impressed by him, and they gave him the job or something like that. I can't quite remember now, but yeah, big up Jamrock. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. But let's get on with it. Let's get on with the transfers. All right. Let's get on with it. Let's talk about the players leaving this football club, shall we, guys? Let's talk about the players leaving this football club. Let's talk about James Milner first. So there's massive rumours going around right now that James Milner might not leave. James Milner might not leave. What is everyone's thoughts on that? If James Milner doesn't leave this football club, I like James Milner as a player, but it is time for him to go. The man's 37 years old. What more can he do? I actually think I'm going to say this right now. I actually think James Milner is a better footballer than. How do I put this? I actually think he's a better footballer than Jordan Henderson. I actually think James Milner is a better footballer than Jordan Henderson. You know, when people keep saying that Jordan Henderson would take the Milner role when Milner leaves Liverpool this season, Jordan Henderson is nowhere near as versatile as James Milner. James Milner can play right back, left back, number 6, number 8. You know, he can play right midfield, left midfield. Henderson's nowhere near as versatile as James Milner. I like Milner, I really do. I think Milner's a top bloke, a good footballer, but at 37 years old, I like Millie. I ain't gonna lie. I like the guy, but he's 37. But for me, he's a better footballer all round than Hendo is. I think he's a more technically more gifted footballer than what Jordan Henderson is. I think he controls the game of football better in the midfield than Jordan Henderson. If they were the same age, yeah, I'll put this to you now on Twitter, guy. I'll put this to you now in the chat. Everyone in the chat right now. If Jordan Henderson and James Milner at the same age, say 33, yeah? Say they were both 33 years of age, right? And you had to keep one of them, right? You had to keep one of them. I know everyone would say I'd want them both gone, but you had to keep either. They're both coming to the end of their contract, and you could only renew one of their contracts, and they were both 33. Who would you do, Henderson or Milner? Because I think I'd rather Milner stay than Hendo. I think Milner's a better footballer, and I think he's more versatile. I like James Milner. I think Milner's a far better player. And I think when Klopp first came to Liverpool, what Milner starting ahead of Hendo as well, if I remember rightly. When Klopp first, I'm trying to remember Klopp's first few games. I actually think Milner was ahead of Henderson in the pecking order for a while. I think Milner's a better footballer. I've always said it. I think Millie's a better. Yeah, Millie can't run. That is, I mean, he's 37. I don't expect him to run at the same time. Do you know what I mean? I don't expect him to run. Everyone's saying Millie, but Henderson's a mascot. Big up, Ram. How you doing, Ram? Been a while, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Milner. Yeah, there you go. Milner was starting over hand up for you. There you go. I thought he did. Same age, I keep Milner. Yeah. Big up my man. Big up Panoff in the house. Big up Jen. Guys, I've got your super chats. Don't worry, I've starred them all and saved them all. I'll get to read Jen. I'll read yours in 1 second. Don't worry. Yeah, Milner. Yeah, Milner's great, man. Milner's great. Yeah, we need more technical players. There's no doubt about that. Let me just read these couple of super chats out. Big up Jamrock. Why is it that every club team that Jurgen Klopp has coached always has injury issues regardless of the medical team that is at those teams' underlying issues? I mean, it could be. I've got to say, I've got to check. If you can find it, Jamrock, try and find the injury, if like records or something for the teams it was at and all that, because I haven't got that information at hand right now, so I can't fact check that right now. But if you're saying that's the case, that is an issue. I've always said Jurgen Klopp's style of football is tremendous at its best, but it hasn't got the longevity to be continued successful, if that makes sense. You know, Jurgen Klopp's short-term plan, the way he plays, is amazing when it works, but there's no longevity in it. Big up Jamie. I don't know. Tyler Morton's doing life, man. Go and Google it. Go and Google it. Big up Doug as well. Thanks very much, Doug. Right, guys, we all need to congratulate Doug. I want to see congratulations in the chat right now for our man Doug. Him and his lovely wife, are expecting their first baby in September. So, yeah, it's been a big 12 months of Doug getting married. I think turning 30 as well. Now he's going to be a proud dad. So, can we get some congratulations for Doug in the chat right now? He's going to be a proud dad. Big up to Doug and his wife. Hi, Jamie. Hope you had a fabulous holiday. What do you make of the Gravenberch rumours? Milner has been a great servant, but time to move on, in my opinion. Yeah, big up. Yeah, I had a great holiday. Great time with the kids. Great time with the wife, the family. We just had a great time. Now, a good few days to unwind. Kids having fun. It's great to see my kids having fun. You know, we've had a hard 6 or 7 months of everything that's been going on in our household. You know, with my wife and Penny being in hospital for 5 months, and me at home with my other 2, and, you know, family being all split and everything because of hospitals and surgeries. And so, yeah, it's a nice little break. Nice for the kids to have loads of fun and enjoy themselves and that. The Gravenberch rumours I will get to in a minute, Doug. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Big up Casey. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up Nay. How you doing? Hendo does score better goals. I'm happy with Milner to stay. Hendo, possibly one of the worst players I've seen for Liverpool in the last 5 years. Yeah, my dad's not a big fan of him either. My dad is not a big fan of him either. Yeah, look at all the congratulations to Doug in the chat. There you go. Big up to Doug and his wife. Expecting there first. You can't beat it, my friend. You can't beat being a dad. I'm telling you that right now. It's the best thing in the world. Yeah, so Milner, I think Milner should leave personally. I don't think we should be looking at giving Milner a new deal. I know there's talks on the table that it could extend. This is where I think Liverpool start need to be a bit ruthless. I think Liverpool just need to start being a little bit more ruthless and go, what you bring James Milner in at the end of the season and you go, look, listen, James, you've been a great servant for Liverpool Football Club. An excellent service football club. You've won everything with us. Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, Super Cups, Club World Championships. You name it, we've won it all together, James. But we need to move forward now. We need to change this team up about. We need to get the average age of this team down. You know, we're going in a different way now, and I'm sure James Milner will be totally understandable about that. I don't think he's going to kick up a fuss. I think he'll take it like a man and he'll move on. Of course, if you offered him a brand new deal, this is Liverpool Football Club at the end of the day. James Milner will probably look at it. I'm 37. Where else am I going to play? Probably go back to my boyhood idols, Leeds. But Leeds could be relegated this season. If Leeds get relegated, does James Milner really want to do a year in the Championship? So then he's got to look at it and think, you know what? I'll stay at Liverpool. They offer me good money. I'm comfortable here. Why would he say no to it? So it's up to Liverpool to be ruthless here. James Milner, I think if you give him a new contract, he will stay because of them circumstances. This is where Liverpool need to be ruthless. They need to go to James Milner. Thank you very much for being a tremendous servant to this football club. But it's time. We are moving on. We're going to a different direction. But, but doors always welcome for you. Come back. If you ever want to do your coaching, you're doing your coaching badges right now. You're getting your license. If you ever want to come and coach, you're always welcome to coach at this club. Or, the under-18s are there. Put him in charge of the under-18s. Do something like that. I bet James Milner would be great as an under-18s coach. Imagine all them under-18-year-olds looking at James Milner as their coach. Be a fabulous role for him if he wants to do that. But, yeah, it's all right. But we as a club have got to say, nah. Enough's enough. We've got to move on. Big up Promo in the house. How you doing, my friend? We are mudded, man. We are mudded. Yeah, we just got to be more ruthless, man. Big up Stubbsy in the house as well. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I had a great holiday. Thank you. Had a great time. Cheers, my man. Exactly, says Rav. Rav is right. If we don't get rid of the old players, how can we grow and move? We can't. We can't grow and move. The old stays. You know what I mean? The old stays. So if you've got a lovely garden, but all the weeds take over, the weeds start to take over, and no one can see your flowers anymore, You got to get rid of them weeds. Well, I'm not calling James Milner a weed, but you got to get rid of the old and in with the new. Big up Pac-Man in the house. How you doing well, my friend? What's happening? Big up, Pac-Man. We're doing good here, my friend. We're doing good. Big up Redbird, living the dream in the house. Hope you're doing well. So, if Milner's going to leave, then we've got a lot to get through here. We know Naby Keita's leaving. We know Oxlade-Chamberlain is leaving. Why Oxlade-Chamberlain came on against Real Madrid. I can't wait for tomorrow's video because I ain't going to go off on one. The biggest rant you've ever going to see. I'm keeping it calm tonight, guys. I'm keeping it calm. Tomorrow, I won't be calm. I'm just letting you know right now. Oxlade-Chamberlain's definitely leaving. Naby Keita's definitely leaving. For me, these are the other guys. Caoimhin Kelleher. Now, I'm happy for him to go if he wants to be a number one. I don't think we can make him stay. If he wants to be a number one goalkeeper somewhere else, I think he's got the ability to do that. I don't think we can force him to stay. So if he wants to leave, I wouldn't stand by. I'd stand by him and let him give him that. Fabinho, I've been saying it for a while now. He's done. Yeah, he's had a few good games here and there. Did anyone see him against Real Madrid? Did anyone see him against Real Madrid? Real Madrid's midfield was older than ours, by the way. Real Madrid's midfield was older than ours, and they walked past Fabinho. No one ran past Fabinho. They walked past him. I'm done with it. I'm done with Fabinho stuff. I'm absolutely done with it. I want him gone. And Joel Matip. I think Joel Matip needs to leave. I think Joel Matip needs to leave. Joel Matip needs to go. Can I? I've got a thing about Virgil as well. I'm going to talk about that in a minute as well. People might not agree with me. But these guys got to leave. So Ox is leaving on the free. And Naby Keita's leaving on the free. I'd let Matip go. I'd let Fabinho go. And I'd only let Caoimhin Kelleher go. I'd only let Caoimhin Kelleher go if he really wants to be a number one footballer. If he feels like he can be a number one goalkeeper for another team and he wants to leave this season, I wouldn't stand in his way because I'd understand it. He's got Alisson there. You know, this ain't no normal goalkeeper. This is one of the best goalkeepers in world football. Is your number one goalkeeper. I wouldn't stand in Kelleher's way. When's he ever going to be number one? You know what I mean? When's he ever going to be number one? So I wouldn't stand in his way. The rest of them, everyone, apart from Kelleher, for me, everyone else in this picture can pack their bags tonight and leave, and I wouldn't even miss them. I'm not even lying here. I'm not even getting emotional about this or anything like that, or people are like, oh, Matip played quite well for us for a couple of years. No, stop it. Stop it. Let's stop being sentimental football club. We are sentimental FC. Apart from Kelleher, I'd happily pack all their bags, get them in their Citroen, and drive them to the airport and see them off. I'd actually make sure they've got on the plane. I don't want them here. Go, leave, go somewhere else. You know, go somewhere else. I'm done with you all. Also, to go with them lot as well, we've got Adrian. He needs to go. Bye-bye, Adrian. Don't come back. See you later. I want him gone as well. There's two other players in Curtis Jones and Joe Gomez. Now, the problem we've got is that you've got to have a homegrown quota. Yeah? You've got to have some homegrown players. And I don't quite know the rules of the homegrown players of Premier League and European football. So I'm not quite sure if anyone knows in the chat how it works. I can't quite remember. I know there's a different rule that you've got to have a certain amount of homegrown players for a certain amount of years in your football team to qualify to play European football. So Champions League, Europa League or Conference League. I think players have got to be playing for your club homegrown wise for a few years to qualify for that as well. So we might not be able to get rid of Curtis Jones and Joe Gomez. But if it was up to me and the rules weren't a problem, if the rules weren't the problem, I'll be going, right, Joe Gomez, pack your bags, get in your Citroen and leave. Same with Curtis Jones. I want them gone. We have got to move on. This football club needs to move on. We can't sit here and keep dishing out rotten food because that's what we're doing. We're dishing out rotten food every day. Here's some more rotten food. Here's some more rotten food. Here's some more rotten food. You don't want that fresh stuff. No, you don't want the good stuff. If you want the good stuff, go 100 miles south towards, keep going 200 miles towards south towards London or 36 miles towards Manchester. That's where the good stuff is. Yeah, you want fresh, good stuff, go over there. We keep the rotten crap. Yeah, you want rotten food, welcome in. There you go. There's more rotten food for you. More rotten food for you. We can't move on. We can't move on as a football team. I'm sick of it. So if it was up to me, Curtis Jones and Joe Gomez will out the door. In their Citroen, goodbye. I can't be doing with it anymore. Big up everyone. There you go. Big up Ram. You have to have played a minimum of 3 years before the age of 21. Yeah, be UK. You need 8. That's it. 8 in the Premier League. 12, 25. If you have less than 8 overall. So yes, I remember that one, Ram. Thank you. And Nicholas says you overall state that of the 8 homegrown players, 4 have to be club trained homegrown. There you go. I knew that was the one I was after, Nicholas. Big up to you. That was the one. I know. Big up the Ram as well. I think I already knew that one, but this one, yeah. So if we have 4 homegrown players, we can only register a total of 21. Yeah. So if we've got homegrown players, who we going to be thinking here? So Curtis Jones is 22 now. Joe Gomez will be a homegrown. Curtis Jones will be homegrown. Caoimhin Kelleher, I believe, counts as homegrown, even though he's Irish, but for some reason you don't if you're Scottish. So I don't get it. Trying to think of all our homegrowns. And then you got Milner, Henderson, Ox. They're all going to be sold. So Ox and Milner are leaving the football club. That's 2 homegrown players leaving the football club. The problem is, are we going to replace all our homegrown players with homegrown players? That's the problem. That ain't going to happen. And that's why we're looking at people. Big up Living the Dream. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, play with foot. Yeah, exactly. It's mad though, all those Irish. But it's because of 418. Tyler Morton will be homegrown if he comes back. I think he's at an age now where he'll be homegrown. Is he 21 now? I'm trying to remember how old Tyler Morton is. But Harvey Elliott will be homegrown in 2024-25 season, I think. Stefan Bajcetic will be homegrown in what? 25-26 season. So we've got players there for the future that will be homegrown. So it all depends what they feel like. But this is why we're linked with This is why we're linked with Mason Mount. This is why we're linked with Mason Mount. Seth Vandenberg, I believe, is home for 21 now, isn't he? Yeah, so he'll be homegrown. He's played 2 years at Preston, a year at Liverpool before that. So he'll be counted as homegrown. That's mad. Yeah, Morton is 20. So he'll be 21 soon. So he could be counted as homegrown eventually. You ain't go. Yeah, that's mad. So if you're thinking of it like that, we've got to replace homegrown. That is why we're interested in people like Mason Mount. You know, if Ox and Milner are leaving, Mount can take one of them homegrown spots. Then that also leaves you a Seth Vandenberg, a Curtis Jones, a Joe Gomez, a Jordan Henderson. So then you've still got enough there. Yeah, the rule will be stricter. It may increase to a minimum of 5 years. Exactly. So that is why it's very important to keep your people like your Harvey Elliott's, your Stefan Bajcetic. You know, these players have to stay at our football club for the next few years because of that rule change. So Liverpool have to look carefully. Obviously, we're going to lose other players as well. So, in my world, these are the players I think that will leave this football club. So Ox will leave. I think Milner will leave. Let me get the ones up again. I think we should leave. So these are the ones I think should leave. So Ox, Naby, Matip, Fabinho. I think Kelleher will leave because he'll want first choice. Not that I want him to go, but I don't think we can stand by him if he wants to leave. So then 5, I think, will leave Liverpool Football Club. Then Bobby Firmino's leaving on the free, and James Milner's leaving on the free. That's 7 players right there. Now, I know a lot of people will probably say Fabinho won't leave, and that is a worry for me. You know, Nat Phillips is homegrown, but I think Nat Phillips will leave. I think Nat Phillips will leave, so that's a shame there. But Nat Phillips has been trying to leave this football club for 2 years now. But every time he goes to leave, every time a transfer window comes up, we get a defensive injury, so Nat Phillips has to stay. Nat Phillips was very, very close to leaving in January, but because of the injury to Joe Gomez, was it Joe Gomez? Nat Phillips had to stay. So I think Nat Phillips will leave as well. Could be 7 or 8 players leaving this summer. 7 to 8 players leaving. And then we need to get players in. I'm not going to talk about the one player we would need to come in either, because we all know who that one player is. We'll talk about him briefly in a minute, right? Let's talk about someone like Ryan Gravenberch, yeah? So there's a lot of chat today online about Gravenberch. Now, Jose Enrique think he let the cat out of the bag, didn't he? With apparently that they've all got the same agent. They're all at dinner together chatting or whatever nonsense he was talking about today on Twitter. But There's been a lot of news. There's been a lot of news about Gravenberch joining Liverpool back in January. Do you remember when I did a video back in January before the January transfer? I think it's the first week of the January transfer window. About the 2nd or 3rd of January, I did that video about Gravenberch. Or it might actually be the end of January, actually. It might be the end of January when I was talking about Gravenberch might join Liverpool. There's been a lot of talk. I think this might be a real thing, you know. Gravenberch ain't going to cost a lot of money. And I don't think Gravenberch, he don't look settled at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are not using him a lot. And Bayern Munich are looking at other midfield options this summer. So if they're looking at different options this summer, Gravenberch might be available. They didn't want Gravenberch to leave in January because they didn't want to leave themselves short, right? I know they let their guy, Rams guy, go. Big up Ram in the chat. I know they let his guy go to Man United, but I didn't want to let Gravenberch go. They wanted that as cover but I can see Gravenberch leaving in the summer. I can see Bayern Munich going, you know what, all right, we'll let Gravenberch go. I like him as a player. I like Gravenberch as a player. He's athletic, he gets around the pitch. He's what we need in that midfield. He's better than everyone we got right now. He's better than everyone we got right now. That's not even a joke about it. I think that's a realistic transfer target. I really do. Big up and in the chat. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good. I saw some other people in the chat. Big up Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? How you doing? Big up John, Virgil, Hendo, Trent, and Mo. Ooh. I'd keep Nat over Gomez. Yeah, definitely. Gravenberch is leaving. Conrad Laimer will join. Yeah, that's the one. So Conrad Laimer, obviously, I believe he's out of contract this season. I know Liverpool are heavily linked with him in the last summer now, and then in January. But with his contract situation, it looks like Bayern Munich have taken one step. Look, you know what Bayern Munich are like. If good players in Germany are becoming available, Bayern Munich are going to snap them up. So it looks like Conrad Laimer will be going to Germany. If that means there's really no space for Gravenberch because there's no point having Conrad Laimer there and a Gravenberch at the same time. So if we're getting Conrad Laimer go, Gravenberch is probably going to be allowed to leave. So I do think that's a realistic signing. Now, I'm not going on the nonsense that's going on Twitter with Jose Enrique and talking about agents, and he's got the same agent as that agent. They had dinner together, and his name popped up. It looks like it's done. I ain't going on that. I've been talking about Gravenberch since January, guys. Go and check out my videos back in January when I was talking about Gravenberch then. So I've been on it for a while now. I've been on this Gravenberch train since January, guys. So yeah, go back and check them videos out. So if Conrad Laimer's going for a 3 on the Bosman, 2 Bayern Munich, it frees up space. Gravenberch is a very easy get. I think it's a player we should just go and get. I don't think we can sit here really as a team right now and go, who should we go for? Who should we look around for? We're not shopping like we should be. Look, we should just go and get bloody decent midfielders in that are better than everyone we got right now. Is Gravenberch better than most of the midfielders we got right now? Yes, go and get him. Just go and get him in. Just go and get him in. He's a decent player. I think we was interested in Gravenberch. Ram might know this better than me. But I think we was interested in Gravenberch before he went to Bayern Munich. I think Liverpool have been scouting him for quite some time. He's a player they've looked at. I hate that fact that we look at everyone, but I think he's a player we've looked at for quite some time before he even went to Bayern Munich. So there's been a link there for him for a while. Just go and get him. He's better than most of our bloody midfielders right now. Gravenberch being part of our midfield next season will make us a little bit better than we are right now. So just go and get him. And I don't think he'd be that expensive either. So I'd go and get Gravenberch in. Obviously, the Mason Mount stuff is like, it doesn't go away. There's a lot of talk about Mason Mount right now. I've said my thing on Mason Mount before. If he's available for a decent price, yeah, why not? We're at a stage right now where I'm looking at how way we are as a club and thinking, right, we must have a massive midfield list like that, right? I wouldn't have Mason Mount at the top of my list, nowhere near. I'd go down till I get to Mason Mount, right? But if all them options you're going down the list on are not available and you can't get them, then you might as well. But would I take him over other players? Of course not. Now, obviously, Jude Bellingham. The Jude Bellingham one is massive. We're all talking about Jude Bellingham all the time. I'm sick to death of it, to be fair. Sick to death of it. Now, there were some tweets, I believe, yesterday. There were some things up on Twitter yesterday talking about the Jude Bellingham situation, where it looks like Liverpool want Jude Bellingham, but for the price it will cost, we won't be able to get anyone to go with him. Now, my problem is, I've always said, I wouldn't mind getting someone like a Gravenberch and a Mason Mount, as long as you get Jude Bellingham with them. Klopp really wants Jude Bellingham. Klopp has even said, if it means that I can't get any other midfielder, I will take Jude Bellingham. For me, that's a mistake. I don't think we should have got Jude Bellingham before he went. I know people say he wouldn't have gone to Liverpool, but that's balls. No one tried, right? I know people say Man United tried and all that. Look, if Man United really tried to get Jude Bellingham before he went to Borussia Dortmund, he would have gone to Man United. You know, no one really tried like Borussia Dortmund did, yeah? I don't believe all this codswallop. I also don't believe all this codswallop that Jude Bellingham will play for the club and it's got nothing to do with money. It's got nothing to do if they're in the Champions League or not. I don't believe all that codswallop either. Jude Bellingham's not a stupid man. He watched that Real Madrid-Liverpool game thinking, right, these are the two clubs after me. I'm like, I'd play for that Real Madrid midfield tomorrow. Of course he would. Why wouldn't you? I don't get all this... I don't get all this stuff that, yeah, we'll just get like Jude Bellingham's the answer to everything. He's a fantastic talent. There's no doubt about it. He is a fantastic talent. But if it's only Jude Bellingham and no one else, I'd rather not get Jude Bellingham. Look, the answer would be get Jude Bellingham and someone like a Gravenberch to go with him or a Nunez to go with him, yeah? Like Danny says there. That'd be the perfect midfield three, yeah? But Liverpool can't do it. Liverpool won't do it. Liverpool can't do that, guys. We have got to be realistic here. We have got to be realists. Now, this is down to FSG being tight asses, of course. You know, they're being tight, man. They can see that there's a problem at Liverpool. If FSG can't see there's a massive, massive issue at Liverpool Football Club right now on the playing field, then I don't know what they're watching. They can't be that stupid, yeah? They can't be this successful and this rich by being thick, yeah? So surely they're looking at him thinking, right, if we just get in Jude Bellingham, that means he's going to be 120 million probably. That's probably a big outlay for the football club. But we also need probably two more midfielders. We probably need a centre-back, a right-back. You know, if we get Jude Bellingham, nothing else is going to happen. They're tight. So that's not, you know, they're tight arses. Let's get it right, yeah? They're tight arses. We're letting a lot of people go. We're going for a smaller squad, right? If 7 to 8 people are leaving our first squad, you know, these ain't going to be reserve players or youth players or anything like that. We're talking about squad players here. If we're losing 7 to 8 squad players and only bringing one in, our squad is tiny and is actually worse next season with Jude Bellingham than it would be this season without Jude Bellingham. I would rather go, I know how FSG run. Let's just be sensible here, guys. Let's just be really sensible and realistic. We know how FSG run. Go and spend the amount of money Jude Bellingham costs on 3 midfielders. I would rather that, because I know that is how the club runs, and I know if we just get Jude Bellingham in, then we're going to be nowhere near. We're going to be still in massive trouble. What, we have another year off? We go, right, we got Jude Bellingham in. We're going for another year off, and then the next year we're going to get the other 2 midfielders we need to get Jude to join Jude Bellingham. In that case, 12 months down the line, everyone else around us is 12 months older, which means they're getting worse, and they need replacing, which means we need about 9 new players. It makes no financial sense to Liverpool Football Club to just buy Jude Bellingham, because we haven't got that money, because we've got tight owners. So go and just do it sensibly. Do it like we used to do a few years ago. Sensible transfer. A few years ago, we used to get commended for our transfer activity. People used to commend us. Now we're a laughing stock. Go back to a few years ago. Do you know what? I don't actually care. I don't know about you guys in the chat, but I don't actually care if we're a buy to sell model. I really don't. As long as we're doing it properly. I don't actually care if we're a money ball team, as long as we're doing it properly. And I see, oh, right, this player's leaving and that player's coming in. Not a problem with it, right? It don't bother me, but we're not even doing it properly. We're meant to be a money ball side. When was the last time we did anything? When was the last time we did anything that resembled being a money ball team? When was the last time we did anything that resembled us being a team that went and got players in, selling a load of players, money balling, getting players? When was the last time we really did that? We're lazy FC now in the transfer market. Just go back to the way we used to be. We need 3 midfielders this summer. Stefan Bajcetic, you can count as the 4th new midfielder. I want 3 midfielders this summer. I don't want just Jude Bellingham. If that's all we're going to get, I'd rather not have him. I'd rather us go and get 3 midfielders. I'd rather us go and get Gravenberch, Matheus Nunes, and Mason Mount. I'd rather them 3 than 1 Jude Bellingham. Honestly, I would. That's just my opinion. People you can all agree and disagree. I don't really bother me. People will have different opinions everywhere. People will be like, no, I'd just rather have Bellingham and nobody. You know, I know who our owners are. You've got to be realistic, guys. We have to be realistic. I do think we'd be a better team. Say we got Gravenberch in, we got Mason Mount in, and we got Matheus Nunes in, yeah? Them 3 midfielders come into our team right now. We're a far better football team. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. And then you got like your Thiagos, your Hendersons, and your and Stefan Bajcetic, and players like that around the squad as well. We'll be a better team. We'll be a better team. We'd be a better team. Yeah, the 130 million for Jude. The problem is, right? So everyone pays installments, yeah. Because I think where transfers get a bit foggy, yeah, where everyone gets a bit foggy with transfers is that all transfers are mostly paid under installments. So you see the Chelsea stuff. Apparently, they spent 600 million in 2 transfer windows. They never spent anywhere near 600 million in 2 transfer windows. I think the down payment Chelsea paid in 2 transfer windows was between 70 and 100 million. Yeah, because the rest of it is on length of installments. Yeah, so the installments in that time will come up to 600 million in the years to come, but it's not at one go. So the Jude Bellingham thing, it all depends how much. It all depends how much Borussia Dortmund want to take down as a first deposit. How they want the transfer broken down. If Borussia Dortmund want 100 million up front, right, and then 50 million in add-ons, Liverpool can't do that. If Borussia Dortmund are happy taking 50 million up front and the rest in installments, Liverpool might be in business. Liverpool might be in business. But it all depends, man. It all depends. Big up, Quasi. How you doing, my friend? That is a good question. And also, big up Ensman in the house as well. Ensman, hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Big up to you, my man. Been a while. Hope you're doing well, fella. You just... we got to be sensible. Gravenberch, I think, for one, would be a player. I've been a big admirer of Matheus Nunes for a while. I know there's a lot of people that don't rate Matheus Nunes or don't like Matheus Nunes because what they've seen at Wolves. I get it. I understand. I do get it. If you don't, I think there's a player there. I've seen bits and pieces of him for the last 18 months or so, and I think he's a decent player, man. I think he's a decent player, and he could be a tremendous footballer as well. I think he works for us. I do think he works for us. I think he's a decent player. Yeah, of course. Hey, it's Chaos. Big up to you, my friend. I'm telling you, Jamie lad, if we don't get top four, you watch FSG say because the lack of Champions League has affected the transfer fund. Buy and sell remains. You'll see. I'm shocked by it all. Yeah, I mean, look, what I will say about the FSG stuff is they got no choice. They need to buy players this summer, no matter what happens to us. If we're not in, it's my bloody thing doing. No matter what happens to us, if we're top four or not top four or whatever, they need to buy players no matter what. They got no excuses, and the problem is, I don't think anyone's going to take any excuse off them. I don't think anyone can sit there and go, okay, yeah. I don't think FSG, right? They're not hated at the moment by a lot of the fan base. Yeah, I don't hate FSG. But I think they need to leave the football club. Do you know if that makes sense? I don't hate them. There's some people that hate them with a passion, like a burning hate, yeah? But there's not enough in the fan base to actually do that yet. So FSG are quite cosy as owners of our football club. They're not absolutely annihilatedly hated at the moment. But if they don't rebuild this team in the summer, it is over for them. It's absolutely game over. If they don't go into the transfer market this summer, I think they know it's over. So that's why I think they've got no choice. Now, I think they will spend sort of roughly the same amount of money if we're in Champions League or not the Champions League. But it depends on how many players and what quality of player as well at the same time. It all depends by that. I think personally, FSG won't spend money because it don't come out of their pockets. But you know what I mean. I think they will spend money because they've got no choice. This team needs a massive overhaul. They're not stupid. They must look at it now and go, look, we've messed up. We've effed up. We don't want to be hated here. At the moment we're cozy. They're good. They're cozy. They're cozy in their job. They're not getting the absolute Mike Ashley hate at the moment. Do you know what I mean? They're not getting that Mike Ashley hate, where I think they'll be very close to that sort of Mike Ashley hate if they don't go big this summer. So they've got no choice. They've got no choice to do it. Big up everyone in the chat. Guys, if you're new around here and you've just subscribed to the channel, you've just come onto the channel today and you're thinking about subscribing, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'd appreciate it. But if you are new around here, just leave a thumb up in the chat right now. Leave a thumb up in the chat right now. Let me know if you're new around here and I'll shout you out. But welcome to the channel if you are new. Much appreciated all you guys coming in and with your opinions and everything. Thank you very much. But yeah, we've got to go big. It all depends how much we're going to spend. Big up David. Big up Weeno in the house. How you doing, Weeno? I'm the same as you, Jamie, mate. 100%, 30% agree. That is why FSG are desperate for investment, just so they put the money towards transfers of new players and not their money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, FSG have done a lot of good things, but it's time for them to leave my opinion. Yeah, I'm same. I'm not sitting here. Absolutely, you are not new, Pac-Man. Pick up, Pank. How you doing? How you doing? We got Henry. How you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. We're good over here. Big up, Paul. Oh dear. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe, guys. All the good stuff. Like, share, sub. Let's get towards 4K as quick as we can, guys. So subscribe to the chat. But yeah, they will go big in the sub. Well, when I say big, it all depends. I think FSG are going to give Jurgen Klopp £100 million to spend, not of their own money, at the club resources. Don't get me wrong, but I think it'd be around £100 million transfer budget, and then whatever Liverpool can sell. So whatever money Liverpool can make off selling, and don't forget, Liverpool will make money letting players go as well. Big up Trevor in the house. Liverpool releasing players of their contracts. The players leaving at the end of their contract releases wages. So that's money that's been saved that can go to the transfer kitty. I honestly think Liverpool will have somewhere between like 150 to 170 million pounds to spend this summer. You know, people will go, that's not enough, and I agree, right? But it's where we are, guys. If we got 150 to 170 million to spend, and we know that's our transfer budget, then that's what we got, and we just deal with it. Do I agree with it? No, we need more than that. I'd say we need around 250. I think we need a massive summer. I think we need to outspend everyone in the Premier League this summer. I think we need to spend 250 to 300 mil, but we can't do it in one summer. So I agree with everyone there. But realistic, let's be realistic, guys. Let's be realistic here. 150 to 170, I can see us spending that. I mean, how much did we spend this summer? 89, was it 90 million in total we spent this summer? 90 million. And with Gravenberch in January, it was what, 130 mil in 2 transfer windows this season. So it's not out the realms of possibility that Liverpool spend around the 150 to 170 million. And then players coming in to top it up. So it all depends how we do transfers as well, guys. Don't forget, Liverpool very good at doing. Liverpool very, very good at doing transfers where they do installments. They get them installments in, they work out installment plans. So, Gravenberch is like a £40 million transfer. Say Gravenberch is a 40 million transfer because I think he went to Bayern Munich for 20. I think he's only played 2 league games for Bayern Munich this season. Say they want to double their money on him. It's 40 million, yeah? Liverpool go to Bayern Munich, right? Here's like a 10 million downlay on Gravenberch. That's 10 million out of the transfer budget. Then you got money to go elsewhere, ain't you? Now, the Matheus Nunez stuff, the Nunez stuff at Wolves is interesting because if Wolves get relegated, right, Nunez's contract's going to be smaller, so his transfer will be smaller. So you might be able to get Nunez for about 30 mil if Wolves get relegated. So that's Gravenberch and Nunez for like 50 million. Down payments. It's nothing. And then you got Kone. He's going to be reasonably cheap this summer. You've got Thuram at Nice, who's going to be available for around 30 million euros, guys. 30 million euros. It's like 28 million quid. Perfect Liverpool money. That's Liverpool money. That's what we deal with, man. We should be all over that shop. We should be all over that shop. So if you think about it, in a way, to get 3 midfielders in, we could spend an outlay of like 70 million on 3 midfielders. Because you've got to remember, it's about the outlay, guys. When someone's worth, like Mudryk didn't go to Chelsea for 100 million. I'm sure the outlay was like all installment plans. The down payment for Mudryk, I don't know, was probably like 30 million or something like that. And then the rest of it is down payments, right? They're not all like, it's not when you go and buy a player, right? Say, I don't know, say Gravenberch, Bayern Munich want 40 million for Gravenberch, right? You don't have to pay that 40 million straight away. You can work a way out where you pay down payments and you pay installments and stuff like that. So that's why I always say net spend don't exist, because you're paying installments for a player. Do you know what I mean? So there's a way of doing it. There's a way of doing it. Thuram's a good player, man. He's going to be like £28 million. It's no money. Liverpool should be all over it. All over it. We can't all do it in one transfer window as well. We do have to remember that. We can't do all this in one transfer window. It's going to be extremely difficult to do in one big transfer window. So rumours Liverpool close to agreeing a deal with Ryan Gravenberch. Liverpool are reportedly pushing to reach an agreement over the transfer of Bayern Munich midfielder Ryan Gravenberch. It wouldn't shock me. I think that's what's coming out. It's just coming out now. Big up and sharing that with me. There's a lot of other people on Twitter sharing this news with me as well. Big up to all you guys sharing this news with me. So Ryan Gravenberch, it wouldn't surprise me if he's the first midfielder through the door. I think that's a very, very easy transfer to do. And we could do something there. I've just read news there. Sorry, guys. My attention got taken away there. That apparently, bloody hell. Darwin Nunez is injured by the look of it. Yeah, that's what I just read. Apparently, Darwin Nunez is injured. So he's been left out of the Uruguay team. It must be, oh, God's sake. We can't catch a break. Yes, apparently Darwin Nunez is injured. So I have no idea the extent of the injury right now. Who knows? It could be one of them. You know, when they're injured on international duty and then they play the first game back? Yeah. It could be like that. It could be that. It could be injured. Let's hope it's not too bad. Yeah, Pat-Man, don't worry about it. Pat-Man, if you want to see me rant, make sure you tune in at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be bad. So Thuram, 30 mil. There's so many good players out there. Kamada. Yeah. So I know we've been looking at Kamada as well. He's going to be a free. Is that Ivo? Is that the person who plays? Is it Borussia Mönchengladbach he plays for? Kamada. I think that's who he plays for. I can't quite remember right now. Yeah, I think that's who he plays for. Ndikia on a free. Gravenberch on loan, maybe. I think we buy Gravenberch. I don't think he's needed at Bayern Munich, man. I bet he still trains. Yeah, because it says he hasn't been sent home. Oh, is it Frankfurt? That's it, we know. Big up Frankfurt. Big up you. Yeah. Big up guys in the chat, Frankfurt. Who's the Mönchengladbach player that I'm thinking of? The midfielder. Who's the midfielder who plays for Mönchengladbach that we've been interested in as well? Who's quite a good player. I swear there's a midfielder playing at Borussia Mönchengladbach that we're looking at. Let me know in the chat. Is it Kone? That's it. There you go. Big up Scrats. Big up Wino. My guys are on it. Big up Bailey in the chat. Big up Jane, mate. But we don't need to let VVD go, man. Still. Right. Does anyone want to know my thoughts on Virgil? Unknown tomato in the house. Big up to you. Don't see Gravenberch be allowed to leave. So Bitzer was allowed ahead of him. It's because they're getting. I don't know. He's only played 2 league games this season for Bayern Munich, ain't he? And they're getting Conrad Lehmer in, ain't they, on the free, who's quite a similar player to Gravenberch. So I'm not sure. I think Gravenberch is there to be bought if you need to. Neuhaus is another one as well. Great player. There's so many midfielders Liverpool can go and get. This ain't hard, man. It's not hard for us to go and grab some really good midfielders that don't cost a lot of money. And that's, yeah, and we're great, mate. We had a great holiday. We had a great week away. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to know my thoughts on Virgil because they're quite extreme. My thoughts on Virgil are quite extreme. You might have seen what I tweeted out anyway about Virgil, but yeah, Virgil worries me. I'm not going to lie. Virgil worries me for the first ever time. He really does. I'm not sure what's going on with Virgil right now. It's like he's forgotten how to defend. I've always stuck up for him, but right now it's really hard to stick up with Virgil. I don't know what we do about him. I really don't. That Madrid goal. Look, let's go back to that Real Madrid game Wednesday. That Real Madrid goal they scored, Virgil's defending for that goal was atrocious. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if he's got it in him anymore. I don't know if Virgil's got the fight anymore. I don't know if Virgil's just fallen off the cliff since his injury. And he's just, this is him now. This is his down period. I don't know if he can ever come back up again. I don't know. I don't know, Virgil. Look, will he come back next season, Virgil, and be a little bit better? I've got more hope for Virgil being better next season than I have Fabinho. I don't think Fabinho can ever come back. I think Fabinho's done. I'm going to let you into a secret right now. I haven't really told anyone. I've not ever really rated Fabinho that high. I'm going to say it right now. Yes, I think he was, when we won the Premier League, I think he was up there as one of the top DMs in world football at the time. But apart from that, I've never really highly rated Fabinho like a lot of other people have. And that's why I've always been on the thing that I'm not bothered if Fabinho leaves. With Virgil, I'm more happy to give Virgil another year than I am Fabinho. See, Fabinho next season, I want Fabinho gone. You know, I want Fabinho gone next season. Virgil, I'm not like that. I want Virgil. I think Virgil may be able to get better next season when we get players around him. If that makes sense. You know, Virgil is just not. I think there's still a little bit there in Virgil. I think if you get Virgil with a proper partner and you keep that partner all season and you rest Virgil a little bit more, like look after him a little bit better, you know, and play a bit more to his strengths, then I think the old Virgil can come back. But people like Fabinho, no, I want him gone. You know, if that makes sense, if that makes sense, yeah. About Sean in the house, big up to you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Hope you're good. Yeah, and that's my problem. We've got to be ruthless, man. We've got to be ruthless. No, that can't be true. That can't be true, Ant. Tell me that ain't true. I'm going to look on Twitter. That can't be true. Yeah, so anyone who's just heard, Darwin Nunez has been left out Uruguay squad due to injury, but it doesn't say if he's flown back home or anything. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Roy Hodgson is apparently going back. What is going on? Why? 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 It makes no sense. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on about Gravenberch right now. I watched Arsenal versus Sporting last night, and their CDM, you great, is it? Look, class, decent pace, great under pressure and good pass. 100% better than Fab is now. He did get a red card, but did you see his red card? That was hilarious. He completely murdered Saka for no reason. he completely murdered Saka for no reason at all. I love it. I'm there for that aggression. I love it. Bring it. Oh, Hodgson, man. What the hell? Oh, dearie me. Yeah, he did look good. He did look good. We just need a new DM. We need a quality number 6 to come in. We need a quality number 6. In my opinion, all the best clubs in Europe have a quality number 6, or a quality controller of midfield. If you look around Europe, all the top teams have got that brilliant controller of a midfield. You know, we look at the top 3 now. You know, Casemiro for Man United, although he's got 2 red cards this season. Thomas Partey for Arsenal, Rodri for City, Kimmich at Bayern. There's all the, Modric and Kroos and that at Real Madrid. They're controllers of the game. You know, Camavinga. Yeah, the controllers of the game, the controllers of that midfield. Every European team at the top end have got one, and we haven't got right now. We need one badly. Polina's one that's been talked about a lot. Apparently, though, he's going to be 28. I didn't know he was that old, but apparently he's going to be 28. And I don't know if that's put people off the price. Or I don't mind buying older players. But yeah. Yeah, sporting, man. They're going to win that. But guys, we've got 132 people in here right now. Please go and press that fun button. Let's get the likes up to 100. I think there's 83 likes right now. Can we get the likes up to 100, if you please? So hit that like button if you've not done so already. I'd really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Helps the algorithm on the channel and all the good stuff. So if you've not, can you please press that fun button underneath my video right now? And it takes half a second. Leave a like on the channel. Get up to 100 likes. 100 likes helps your videos brilliantly. So if you could do that, I'd be appreciated. So that's my transfer in and outs, guys. So I want Fabinho out the football club, Milner out the football club, Ox out the football club. Who else did I say? Matip out the football club. Firmino's leaving. Who else was it? Who else did I say? And Naby Keita. Yeah, so that's 6 or 7 players gone. I literally do think Neuhaus will be a good signing for us. Not Neuhaus. I mean, Gravenberch will be a good signing for us. The Jude Bellingham thing, who knows? So there's a lot to go on. Trent, look, I'm going to talk about Trent tomorrow. Because Jamie Carragher's thing he said about Trent probably can't play right back anymore. It's a discussion we're going to have to talk about tomorrow, guys. And Jota. I forgot about Jota. I'd let him go tomorrow. I don't think it's good enough. I think injuries have done him in. We've got to be bullish about this. He ain't scored a goal since last April. What are we doing here? Well, he's terrible against Real Madrid. Gakpo, in the short time he came in January, I just don't know if Jota gets his place back. My worry is Darwin Nunez. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to talk more about Darwin Nunez tomorrow when I talk about Jurgen Klopp and everything about the football club in my anger review tomorrow. Make sure you're tuning in 12 p.m. tomorrow, guys. It's going to be lively. There's something about Darwin Nunez. I don't think he's going to stay at the football club. I don't know if Klopp likes him. I literally don't know if Klopp likes him. And what reason I say that is because when I watched Darwin, we bought Darwin Nunez to be our number 9, yeah? We bought Darwin Nunez to be our number 9 going forward. Then we went and bought Gakpo. Gakpo is our number 9, right? Bobby Firmino's not signing his new contract because we bought Gakpo. Gakpo is our new number 9. He is going to play in that number 9 position. If that's the case, Darwin Nunez has been pushed out to left wing. When Luis Diaz is fit and back, and he's playing all the time, Luis Diaz will play left wing. If Luis Diaz is playing left wing, where does that leave Darwin Nunez? And who's the striker? Who's the striker that comes off all the time? Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez comes off all the time. And that's the thing that worries me. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But Darwin Nunez always comes off the bench. I don't remember how many times Darwin Nunez has played 90 minutes this season. Does anyone actually know that stat? Does anyone know the stat? I think Gakpo's probably played more 90-minute games since January than Darwin Nunez has since August. Yeah, Vic, Darwin does put a lot of work in, but so did Salah, Mane and Bobby. And they always played 90 minutes. I'm just a little worried. I think he loves Darwin, like everyone's saying in the chat. But do you understand where I'm coming from it, guys? Big up, Frankly. Yes, we did see it. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's just a fitness thing and I'm reading it wrong. I just hope I'm reading it wrong. I'm hoping that it's all good and he ain't going nowhere and it's just that Klopp's getting him used to the team and it's a minutes thing and he's just getting his fitness levels and all that stuff. But it just worries me a little bit because Mo Salah, when he ghosts games like he did against Real Madrid and puts in that kind of performance and he plays the whole game, and Darwin Nunez. By the way, I'll let you in a little snippet because I've got to end this in a minute. A little snippet for tomorrow, yeah? A little snippet for tomorrow. I know Darwin didn't play excellent against Real Madrid. I'm not bigging him up or anything. But when Darwin went off, we were terrible. At least when Darwin was on, we had a threat. Why he came off that pitch, I have no idea. Why Mo Salah plays 90 minutes every bloody game when he ghosts every match? He's getting on my tits now. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow, though. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to end this video right now. Thank you very much for joining me today. I only came back off holiday day. Thought I'd do a quick video for you guys. I'm back at 12 tomorrow. I'll be back at 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow afternoon, guys. Please join me then. I'd appreciate it. 12 p.m. tomorrow, Bailey. What's going to happen right now, guys? I am going to end this video. You're going to go to my next video, which is due at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Can everyone just please leave a like on that video straight away? I'd appreciate it. And hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on that video so you can join me tomorrow at 12 p.m. Thank you very much. Everyone, stay where you are. My new video is going to pop up on the screen as soon as this finishes. And everyone go and press that fun button on the new video. I'd appreciate it. Be